This is the night history was made. The night, a single match contained every twist, every turn, every heartbreak that football has ever witnessed.
Do you remember we said, Luis, that there are some people who actually think that Brazil is better without Neymar?
Meanwhile, it seems as though Neymar has been paying a bit too much attention to the critics and some of the criticism that he's come under since returning from the summer. In fact, he posted a picture on his Instagram page basically saying, Chubby is good at football.
They called him a diver, a drama queen, overrated. But they don't tell you he was once the most unplayable footballer on the planet. Born on dreams, forged in the struggle, known for his rainbow flicks that defied logic.
Más técnico que yo. Bueno, más que yo, me pongo ahí entre los que son más técnicos hoy en el fútbol.
Love him or hate him, you have never been able to ignore him. He is Neymar Jr., the Prince of Football, and this is the night he was about to rewrite history, the night he became a god. Neymar was born on February 5, 1992 in São Paulo, Brazil. This is the country that doesn't just play football, it breathes it, bleeds it, prays for it. Brazil had already given the world Pelé, Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, each generation producing one player that stopped the entire planet and made it watch. And then came Neymar Jr. Born to the father who had once chased the same dream but never made it. The father who looked at his son and saw everything he could have been. So he made one decision. His boy would not waste this gift. They had very little, but on the streets of São Paulo, you don't need money to play football. You need hunger, and Neymar was starving. By the age of 11, Santos FC, one of Brazil's most historic clubs, the same club that once had Pelé, had already signed him to their academy. 11 years old, and the scouts were already whispering the same thing. This one is different. By 17, he was already in the first team. By 18, he was the best player in South America. By 19, the entire world had one name on their lips: Neymar. Brazil had found their next king, and the world was about to find out. Between 2009 and 2013, Neymar at Santos was simply art. He won the Copa Libertadores, South America's Champions League, and was the heartbeat of every single moment. He won back-to-back Brazilian league titles. He won the FIFA Puskás Award for the most beautiful goal on the planet. But it wasn't just the trophies, it was how he won them. There's one goal, you've probably seen it, against Flamengo. He receives the ball, takes on 5 defenders, dribbles past each one like they're standing still, and scores. 5 defenders, 1 teenager, pure chaos turned into pure art. The world had been watching Brazil for years. Now the world couldn't look away from one player. Barcelona and Real Madrid were watching. Every club on the planet was watching. The only question was, who would get him? In the summer of 2013, FC Barcelona won the race. 88 million euros, that's what it cost to bring Neymar to the Camp Nou. At the time, it was the most staggering sum ever spent, the statement of pure intent. And then something magical happened. Neymar didn't just join Barcelona, he joined Lionel Messi, and instead of competing with the greatest player alive, he danced alongside him. 2014. Luis Suarez arrived, and suddenly football had never seen anything like it. Messi, Suarez, Neymar. In the 2014-15 season alone, the 3 of them scored 122 goals combined. They won the treble, La Liga, the Copa del Rey, and the Champions League. That Barcelona side is considered by many to be the greatest club team ever assembled. And Neymar wasn't the third wheel. He was the spark, the unpredictability, the player who made Messi smile on the pitch just by watching him play, the player who made opposition managers lose sleep trying to plan against him. He was free, he was fearless, he was at the very peak of his powers, and then came the night that made him immortal. March 8, 2017, Champions League round of 16 at Camp Nou. On one side, FC Barcelona, Messi, Suarez, Neymar, the most feared attacking trio on earth, the squad worth half of €1 billion, the team built to win everything. On the other side, PSG, France's untouchable empire, Cavani, Thiago Silva, Verratti, bankrolled by the entire wealth of Qatar, assembled to dominate Europe. First leg result. PSG had won 4-0 in Paris. It was the demolition, the statement. It was the kind of result that ends campaigns before they even begin. Before this second leg, Neymar had made an audacious promise. He said he would score twice. His teammates laughed. The media laughed. Nobody believed him. The match began with hope. Suarez's third-minute goal, an own goal, Messi penalty, made Barcelona an electric start with 3-0. The Camp Nou was insane. The aggregate was 3-4. They believed. They actually believed. And then, in the 62nd minute, Cavani did the impossible. The brutal, cold-blooded volley into the roof of the net. Clinical, ruthless. That away goal meant Barcelona needed 3 more. PSG midfielder Verratti later admitted the Barcelona players themselves told him on the pitch, "It's over." 87th minute, dream in ashes, 96,000 people in near silence. The greatest players on the planet, powerless. In the 88th minute, free kick, far from goal, wrong angle, you don't shoot from there, you cross it and hope. Neymar stood over the ball and bent it into the top corner. 4-1. In the 91st minute. Penalty. The weight of an entire club on one spot kick. Messi, the designated taker, picked up the ball, looked at his teammate, and handed it to Neymar. He scored. 5-1. He had kept his promise, but it still wasn't enough. 5-5 on aggregate. PSG going through on away goals. 94 minutes and 39 seconds on the clock. One final desperate clearance. The ball fell to Neymar, surrounded, outnumbered, out of options. He looked up and produced the chip of impossible, supernatural delicacy, floating over the entire PSG defense, hanging in the air as if time itself had frozen. Sergi Roberto scored it, and history was written that day. The Camp Nou didn't just celebrate, it erupted in the sonic boom of pure, raw, human ecstasy. In 7 minutes, from the 88th to the 95th, Neymar had scored the free kick, converted the penalty, and delivered an assist of pure genius to win the unwinnable game. This was the 7 minutes that made Neymar a god. Greatness always comes with the price. That same year, PSG paid €222 million for Neymar, the most expensive transfer in football history. The number so absurd it redefined what one human being was worth in this sport. He was meant to win them the Champions League. He was meant to become the undisputed best player in the world. He was meant to finally step out of Messi's shadow and claim his own throne. Instead, injuries, seasons lost, metatarsals, ankles, surgeries. Just when the moment came, his body betrayed him. The criticism got louder. The theatrics on the pitch were dissected. The drama was amplified. Every fall, every roll, every grimace was mocked globally. The boy who once played with pure joy looked tired, not just physically, spiritually tired. The weight of being Neymar. The expectations, the scrutiny, the constant comparison had taken something from him. 130 years of this sport, and only one handful of players have ever made you stop everything and just watch. Neymar Jr. was one of them. But on the nights that mattered, when the stage was biggest and the moment was greatest, there was nobody on this earth you would rather have the ball. He is Neymar Jr., and this was his story. If you like this content, you already know what to do. Subscribe, because we have more stories like this one, and trust us, you don't want to miss them.